I'd like to call this meeting of the Terrebonne Parish Council to order, and we will have the invocation and the pledge by Mr. Carl Harding. Please rise.
Heavenly Father, as we come today, we ask that you bless the meek, O God. Bless those who are humble. Bless those that fight for justice. Bless those, O God, that have the heart that goes from one heart to the other heart and have the benevolence of the world, O God. We ask that you look after this world that's so troubled, O God, and overseas where many are dying, O God. Settle the matter, O God, in your darling Son, Jesus' name I pray. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible with liberty and justice for all.
Can I please get a roll call?
Yes, ma'am. Mr. Michelle, Mr. Amity, Ms. Domain,
Here.
Mr. Darren Guidry, Mr. Babin, Mr. Dirk Guidry, Mr. Trustclair, Mr. Pleasure, Mr. Harding. Madam Chairwoman, you have a quorum present.
Thank you, and I do have one bit of housekeeping. Please accept my apologies for not being in attendance to tonight's council meeting due to a previous scheduled event. As usual, I'll try to keep myself informed on matters on the agenda and items needing my attention for District 3 and for Terrebonne Parish. Thank you for your understanding. Best regards, Councilman Gerald Michel. Approve the minutes of the regular council session held on October 11th, 2023. Moved by Mr. Dirk Guidry, second by Mr. Carl Harding. Members, vote your machines. 7 yeas, motion passes. Sorry, 8 yeas. Approve minutes of special session condemnation hearing on October 24th, 2023. Moved by Mr. Carl Harding, second by Mr. Darren Guidry. Members, vote your machines. We have 8 yeas, motion passes. Approve accounts payable list for 10/30/2023 and 11/6/2023 and 11/13/2023.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Dirk Guidry.
Second.
Second by Mr. Brian Pledger. Members, vote your machines. We have 7 yeas and 1 abstention. Distribute the minutes of the regular council session held on October 25th, 2023. Item 1, general business. A commendation commending the Queens volleyball team on being named the Terrebonne Parish Recreation 12 to 14-year-old girls volleyball champions. Mr. Brian Pledger.
Thanks, Madam Chair. Tonight we have a commendation, as the chairwoman read, for 12 to 14-year-old volleyball, TPR, the Queens. Now there are other age groups as well that I learned of during this once I found out that the Queens were played well and they became the champions for the 12 to 14-year-old volleyball teams. In addition to that, I think it's notable that I mentioned their coaches. There's 2 coaches, Miss Sierra Lines, and she is the newest inductee into the Terrebonne High School Hall of Fame. So she brings a lot of value. She brings a lot of skill set to the Queens basketball team. And also, I think I'm going to mention Coach Jacoby York as well. And I think what's so significant about him being a coach for the Queens is the fact that he's a basketball lover by heart. But because his daughter was playing volleyball, he felt the need to want to be involved. I still think he's probably better at volleyball than basketball, but that's beside the point now. So with that being said, I want to read the commendation. City of Houma, Louisiana, Parish of Terrebonne, commendation. Whereas the Terrebonne Parish Recreation Queens volleyball team has been competing since 2019, and whereas this year, Queens volleyball achieved great success by being named the 2023 Terrebonne Parish Recreation 12 to 14-year-old girls volleyball champions. And whereas the Queens volleyball players have proven themselves as champions through continued practice and overcoming hardships, and whereas the Queens volleyball players and coaches also understand the importance of representing your community well, with several players finding success with both their school and TPR athletic programs. Now therefore be it resolved by the Terrebonne Parish Council on behalf of the parish president and the entire Terrebonne Parish Consolidated Government that the Queens volleyball team be congratulated on their hard work and dedication towards being named the 2023 Terrebonne Parish Recreation 12 to 14-year-old girls volleyball champions. Presented this 15th day of November 2023, signed by our parish president, Gordon E. Dove, council chairwoman, Ms. Jessica Domang, and also this entire Terrebonne Parish Council. Somebody wants to come? I think all you ladies need to get up here. I also have certificates of recognition for each of the players too as well. And I'll ask that you guys come up. And when I call, you guys can go behind the podium there, but when I call your name, you can come up here and just kind of, right here.
Come in front of
Right,
Yeah,
Miss
there we go.
Malika Guillory. Who's that? Malika Guillory? All right, we'll just work your way down.
Thank you.
Jordan Carter. All right, all right. Bryn Brown. Kobe Mahoney. Kennedy Mahoney. Symphony Short. Aaliyah Manning. Shelby Pierce. Sanai Hester. London White. Akira York. Why don't we give it up again for these guys? I'll tell you what. Give you this. Here we go. Oh, you guys say cheese now.
Just look straight ahead.
I don't like cheese. I would.
We good out there? All right, thank you.
Bunch of pretty girls too.
All right,
They're
thank you.
athletes.
Thank you, guys. All right.
Good job, girls.
We need one of the coaches, or actually both of the coaches, Mr. York. Why don't you guys come on up here or somebody? All right. Right up to the mic there.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I want to thank y'all for recognizing our girls, and for continuing to allow us to play. I know given the circumstances from Ida and everything, just thank you for providing the girls somewhere to play, something to do, to keep them active, keep them busy, keep them going. Coach York.
All right, stay up here. We have a few lights. Mr. Pledger?
Again, like I said, it's very notable what the works that you guys do, and it's highly encouraged that you continue to do the work that you're doing out there with not only with this group of girls, but with all. And it's very highly encouraged as well that you guys reach out to other parents, because maybe there might be someone out there like you, Mr. York, that might take up the game as well and become as efficient and as effective as you to create champions. And I think that should be recognized. And again, I do appreciate all the work that you do, and I think everyone here on this council and in the parish of Terrebonne feels the same way. Congratulations, and please, please keep up the good work.
Most definitely. Thank you.
All righty.
I have one more light, guys. Can't go yet. Mr. Trosclair?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just want to echo my colleague, Mr. Pledger. Congratulate you guys on the work y'all did. Coaches, look, I know it takes a lot of time for y'all to devote to these children, and you probably don't even have a child playing on the team, so it's admirable that y'all do that. You know, I am always moved whenever we bring young children out here to recognize their positive achievements. You know, the society we live in now every time you turn on the TV or every time you look at social media, all you see is negative. You never see the good things that these kids do. So, it's infectious. If you keep these kids motivated, it's infectious. Hopefully, you can get more kids that are not going down the right path to follow the path of these young adults here. They're 14 years old and 12 to 14, and they're already achieving something in life. So that's a good thing. So, once again, encourage your friends, girls. Encourage your friends that are not participating to get in there. We should have 3 or 4 teams or 5 teams or 10 teams, in 12, 14-year-olds, not just one team. We should have champions all over the place, So I enjoy when every time we get some of these young people in and we get to give them these commendations, which basically it's a certificate and a piece of paper, but it means a lot to these people. And it means a lot to us to be able to do it. So thanks again, and y'all keep up the good work.
Thank you. Okay.
Item B, resolution authorizing the parish president to sign the substantial completion documentation for LA Contracting Enterprises for the East Side Public Safety Substation.
So move.
Moved by Mr. Dirk Gidry, second by Mr. Darren Gidry. Members, vote your machines. Yeah, we have 7 yeas. We'll give it just a second for the room to clear. 8 yeas, sorry. Item 2, public wishing to address the council. Mr. Darwin Reendard, a resident of Mary Ann Street, wishes to address the council relative to speeding and excessive traffic on Mary Ann Street. Is Mr. Darwin here? No. And we have no other speaker cards. Item 3, committee reports. Public Services Committee, Mr. Carl Harding.
Yes, I make a motion that the council accept and ratify the Public Service Committee meeting held on November 13th, 2023, and I have 4 public hearings. The first is giving notice of intent to adopt an ordinance to amend the zoning map of the parish of Terrebonne as a zone from R1 single-family dwelling to a R3 multifamily residential lot 1 square 2, Bowertown 202 East Street, Houma, Louisiana, Terrebonne Parish. Ms. Doris Moore, Jews applicant, and calling for a public hearing on said matter on Wednesday, December 20th, 2023 at 6:30 p.m. The second one is to introduce an ordinance to amend the section 2 of Chapter 30, election district and precincts to change polling locations and call for a public hearing on Wednesday, November 29th, 2023 at 6:30 p.m. The third, introducing the ordinance to codify council districts and voting precincts of Terrebonne Parish and call for a public hearing on Wednesday, November 29th, 2023 at 6:30 p.m. And finally, the fourth one would be introducing an ordinance for the merger of consolidation in various voting precincts and call for a public hearing on Wednesday, November 29th, 2023 at 6:30 p.m.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Harding and a second by Mr. Amity. Members, vote your machines. We have 8 yeas. Motion passes. Item B, Budget and Finance Committee, Mr. Dirk Gidry.
I make a motion that the council accept and ratify the Budget and Finance Committee held on November 13, 2023, and I have 2 public hearings. Introduce an ordinance to authorize the Terrebonne Parish President to execute on behalf of the Terrebonne Parish Consolidated Government an intergovernmental agreement with the Houma City Court to grant Houma City Court the right of use of Terrebonne Parish Consolidated Government's building situated at 8046 Main Street, Houma, Louisiana, 70360, in consideration for Houma City Court continued operation in the parish, and call a public hearing on said matter on Wednesday, November 29th, 2023 at 6:30 p.m. And number 2 is introduce an ordinance to amend the 2023 adopted operating budget and 5-year capital outlay budget of the Terrebonne Parish Consolidated Government, the following items, and to provide for related matters. Road Lighting District 2, $50,000. Houma Fire Department, $100,000. City Court, $354,164. Emergency Preparedness Department, $29,747, and call a public hearing on said matter on Wednesday, November 29, 2023, at 6:30 p.m.
We have a motion by Mr. Guidry and a second by Mr. Babin. Members, vote your machines. 8 yeas, motion passes. Item 4, streetlights. As per by Mr. Dirk Guidry.
Second.
Second by Mr. John Amity. Members, vote your machines. We have 8 yeas. Item 5, appointments to various boards, committees, and commissions. Item A, Coastal Zone Management Restoration, 3 expiring terms, each representing one of the following entities: property owners, commercial fishing, and parish president. Mr. Matthew Benoit, representing property owners, expresses his interest in being reappointed. Mr. Anthony Ray Antle, representing commercial fishing, submits application for consideration.
Motion to open, close, and appoint Mr. Benoit, Mr. Antill, and to hold the parish president's opening.
We have a motion to open, close, and appoint, and hold the other over by Mr. Darren Guidry, and a second by Mr. Steve Trosclair. Members, vote your machines. We have 8 yeas. Congratulations. Item B, Recreation District Number 7 Board, 1 expired term on November 14th, 2023. Mr. Barry Soudier expresses his interest in being reappointed.
Open, close, and appoint Mr. Soulier.
Second.
We have a motion to open, close, and appoint Mr. Soudier by Mr. Dirk Guidry, second by Mr. Danny Babin. Members, vote your machines. 8 yeas. Congratulations to Mr. Soudier. Item C, Downtown Development Corporation, 6 expired terms, each representing the following entities: 2 representing the Parish Council, 1 representing the Historical Society, 1 representing the Garden Club, and 1 representing the Downtown Merchants, and 1 representing Arts and Humanities. Mr. Noah Leeret, representing the Parish Council, expresses his interest in being reappointed.
Open, close, and appoint Mr. Leeret and hold the other 5 over.
We have a motion to open, close, and appointment Mr. Leeret and hold the others over by Mr. Babin.
Second.
Second by Mr. John Amity. Members, vote your machines. 8 yeas. Congratulations to Mr. Leeret. Item D, Airport Commission, 1 expired term on November 28th, 2023. Mr. Derek A. Miller expresses his interest in being reappointed. Mr. Clarence Williams submits application and resume for consideration.
Also, open, close, and vote.
We have a motion to open, close, and vote by Mr. Brian Pledger, second by Mr. Dirk Guidry. Members, vote your machines.
It's a little call.
I'm sorry, can we get a roll call vote, please?
Mr. Michelle, Mr. Amity,
Miller.
Ms. Domingue,
Miller.
Mr. Darren Guidry,
Miller.
Mr. Babin,
Miller.
Mr. Dirk Guidry,
Miller.
Mr. Trusclair, Mr. Pleasure,
Miller.
Mr. Harding.
Miller.
We have 9 for Mr. Miller and 0 for Mr. Williams. I mean, 8. I'm sorry.
Congratulations to Mr. Miller. Item E, Terrebonne Parish Tree Board, 2 vacancies due to resignations. Ms. Linda Brashier submits application for consideration. Ms. Deborah H. Ellender submits application for consideration.
Open, close, and appoint Ms. Frazier and Ms. Ellender.
We have a motion to open, close, and appoint by Mr. Daniel Babin,
Second.
second by Mr. John Amity. Members, vote your machines. 8 yeas. Congratulations, ladies. Item 6, monthly engineering reports.
As per.
As per by Mr. Darren Guidry. Second by Mr. Steve Trosclair. Members, vote your machines. 8 yeas, motion passes. Item 7, vacancies to various boards, committees, and commissions. Recreation Number 2-3 Board, 1 vacancy due to resignation. Recreation District Number 3A Board, 1 expired term on November 14th, 2023, and 2 vacancies. TITA, 2 expired terms, 1 representing the parish president and 1 representing the Chamber of Commerce. Planning and Zoning Commission, 1 expired term on November 30th, 2023. Applicant must reside in the city of Houma. Coastal Zone Management Restoration, 1 expired term representing the parish president. Houma Area Convention and Visitors Bureau, 1 expired term on December 31st, 2023, representing a civic nonprofit organization. Downtown Development Corporation, 5 expired terms, each representing the following entities: 1 representing the Parish Council, 1 representing the Historical Society, 1 representing the Garden Club, 1 representing the Downtown Merchants, and 1 representing Arts and Humanities. Municipal Civil Services Board, 1 expired term on November 29th, 2023, representing the council. Veterans Memorial Board, 1 expired term on September 17th, 2023, representing the parish president, north of the Intercoastal. South Central Human Services Authority, 1 expired term on December 17th, 2023. Announcements. Mr. Toops, is there any parish president announcements?
Yes, ma'am, Madam Chair. President Doug just asked me to remind everybody that this Saturday is Election Day, and please, everyone, to exercise your American and constitutional rights to vote. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Toops. Any council announcements?
I'd like to make a motion for us to recess until 6:30.
Okay.
Rather than go into executive
You don't want
session
to do
right
council
now.
members? You don't want to do council members announce?
I'm doing council
Oh, I'm
members
sorry, I
announcement
thought-
now.
I didn't think they had a light, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. I didn't see the light.
Mr. Guidry.
Yeah, I'd like to invite everybody for Thanksgiving dinner at Ward 7 Citizens Club. It's a free meal, so everybody just come on down. It starts at 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock, so it's a full meal, so just come on down and join us down the by and have a good time. Thank y'all. Thanksgiving Day.
So we have a motion to, I'm sorry, Mr. Harding.
I have a date here, November 19th. There's going to be a Thanksgiving, community Thanksgiving dinner, November 19th, 2023, at 2814 Percy Gabriel Lane, and that starts at 4 p.m. Thank you.
Any other announcements? All right, so we have a motion to go into recess,
So 6:30.
and we have a second by Mr. Amity. Members, vote your machines. We're going to take a 5-minute recess. 6:30 public hearing. Item A, an ordinance to declare as surplus 2 tax properties adjudicated to the Terrebonne Parish Consolidated Government and to acquire authorization to dispose of said properties in accordance with Louisiana Revised Statute 47:2196. Public once, public twice, third time public.
Motion to close.
Motion to close by Mr. Dirk Gidry, second by Mr. Carl Harding. Members, vote your machines. Public is closed.
Motion to adopt.
Motion to adopt by Mr. Dirk Gidry and a second by Mr. Carl Harding. Members, vote your machines. Eight yeas, motion is adopted. Item B, an ordinance to amend the 2023 adopted operating budget and 5-year capital outlay budget for the Terrebonne Parish Consolidated Government for the following items and to provide for related matters. Group insurance, $2,405,469. Road construction fund, $634,100. Office of Emergency Preparedness, $3,200. Animal shelter, $2,500. Bayou Country Sports Park parking lot, $119,868. Bayou Country Sports Park complex, $5,386. Oyster bed surge protection, $5,455,744. Houma Police Department opioid abatement, $632,687. Public once, public twice, third time public.
Motion to close.
Motion to close by Mr. Dirk Gidry, second by Mr. John Amity. Members, vote your machines. We have 8 yeas.
Motion to adopt.
Motion to adopt by Mr. Dirk Gidry, second by Mr. John Amity. Members, vote your machines. We have 8 yeas. Motion passes. Item C, the proposed 2024 parish budget and 5-year capital outlay budget.
Motion continue.
Motion to continue, I'm sorry, we have to do public first.
Okay, go ahead.
Public once, public twice, third time public.
Motion continue.
Motion to close public first? No, okay. Motion to continue by Mr. Dirk Gidry, second by Mr. Darren Gidry. Members, vote your machines. We have 8 yeas, motion passes.
Motion to go back in regular order.
Motion go back in regular order by Mr. Darren Gidry. Second by Mr. Dirk Gidry. Members vote your machines. 8 yeas, we're in regular order. Item 9, staff reports. We have an add-on pursuant to Louisiana Revised Statute 42:16-17. The parish council may convene into executive session to discuss possible prospective litigation regarding the following: Loop and ME LLC versus 198560 Parish of Terrebonne, Houma Board of Adjustments, 32 Judicial District Court, Terrebonne Parish, Louisiana. Can we get a motion to add this on, please? We have a motion to add on by Mr. Steve Trosclair and a second by Mr. Darren Gidry. Mr. Darren Gidry, do you have a light regarding this? No. All right. We're voting on that right now.
We gotta do
I'm sorry. Public once, public twice, third time public.
Motion to close.
Motion to close by Mr. Dirk Gidry.
Second.
Second by Mr. Danny Babin. Members vote your machines. All right, now I need a motion to add it on.
Right.
We have a motion to add it on by Mr. Steve Trosclair and a second by Mr. Darren Gidry. Members vote your machines. We have 8 yeas. This motion, this is now added on. Mr. Hebert, who would you like to go into executive session?
Yeah, we need a motion to go.
I'm sorry, can we please get a motion to go into executive session? All right, we have a motion by Mr. Steve Trosclair and a second by Mr. John Amity. Members vote your machines. 8 yeas. All right, Mr. Hebert, who would you like to go in executive? Can you please press it again, Mr. Hebert?
The council, myself, Mr. Pulaski, and Mr. Toops.
We have a motion to revisit this in 2 weeks by Mr. Babin, second by Mr. Gidry. Members vote your machines. We have 8 yeas.
Motion adjourned.
Motion adjourned by Mr. Dirk Gidry, second by Mr. Brian Pledger. Good night, everyone.